Alright, what's up guys, Toasty here, Get Burnt. Today I'm going to be talking more about Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and today I'm going to be reviewing the second Dragon Ball Xenoverse DLC Pack, which is the second part of the GT sort of storyline that they've had going on since DLC Pack 1. So today I'm going to be talking about this pack entirely, talking about the characters, and I'm going to be talking a little bit about the story. I'm only going to be talking about the quality of the story. I'm not going to be talking about like the actual details of it for some of you that actually think that, you know, this is spoiler material, but you know, I'm going to be talking about the characters first. So first of all, we have 4 characters now this time around. Last time we had 3, and Trunks was actually just a kind of copy-paste of his future Trunks form, but with new moves and a new outfit, which was already in the game. So this time around, we have Towa, Mira, Ice Shenron, and Nuova Shenron. Now, Nuova and Ice Shenron are pretty much the exact same character. They're the exact same model and all that stuff, but their moves are different. So that's something that's a little bit, you know, I was not expecting that as much. I was expecting them to play a little bit differently, but you know, I guess since they're both the same sort of being, I guess that they should be like that, but you know, I don't know. Ice Shenron and Nuova Shenron, a lot of people would see that as very lazy, and you know, a lot of people have already said that they think that's really lazy, but yes, Nuova and Ice Shenron do have the same model, and they're pretty much just recolored versions of each other, although they do have 2 different play styles and 2 different movesets, and you know, I think that I like Nuova Shenron much more than Ice Shenron in terms of how he plays in his entire, like, well, actually, I think the combos are the same as well. I'm not really completely sure about that, but I know that their moves are completely different, and I like Nuova's moves a whole lot better, especially its ultimate more than Ice. Ice's ultimate is very weird. You hit them in a spiral, and then you actually shoot like an ice pellet. I think it just freezes them, but I'm not really sure how much damage it really does. So, you know, it's really hard to say. I really don't like Ice Shenron as much as Nuova, but yeah. Then we have Towa and Mira, who Towa and Mira people have wanted in the game for a very long time, and you know, now we're actually getting them, and a lot of people are still unhappy because, you know, they say we should have gotten them from the beginning, as well as, you know, Mira, it actually has like 4 variations, and one is only the one with him having his own ultimate, but everything else is technically taken from other characters, either with a different color or with like some other kind of variation to it. Like one of his moves is a agaaaain, but with the same sort of aura color that he has, like the red black sort of aura. So it's not incredibly different, but it is cool to have a new character in the game with his own different kind of attack pattern, all that stuff, as well as Towa, who I never expected to be playable in the game, even from the beginning, only because I never thought that Towa could fight. I thought that Towa was just a bystander, but you know, I guess not. So that's pretty cool. We got 4 characters this time around. 2 of them, you could say, I guess, are somewhat very similar, but you know, technically their movesets are different. So I would say that this is 4 different characters, and that's a lot better than the first DLC pack, which only gave us Kid Goku GT and Pan, and then we got Future Trunks. It was Trunks from GT, who was just a reskin of Future Trunks with new outfit and new moves, and which aren't even new. They were all from the created characters. So, you know, I think that this is a lot better in terms of quality for how much content you're getting in the pack, at least characters wise. So, you know, that's just my personal opinion, but I'd really like to know what you think about it in the comment section down below. Now, for the 3 time patrol quests. Now, these patrol quests are, without a doubt, in my opinion, a lot better than the first one, only because the first DLC pack gave you 3 fights. You had to fight against, technically, Trunks and Baby. But first you had to fight Trunks, then you had to fight Baby, and then you had a mission with a pool and the Frieza soldier destroying things because, you know, they just got out of hell, and then you had to defeat the Nappa Neo Ginyu Force, and then you went and fought Super 17. It felt very lackluster, and it didn't feel like there was really any effort put into the story. It didn't seem like there was any effort in cutscenes or anything along those lines. There was no real cutscenes in the first DLC pack, but here it's pretty different. There's more cutscenes. You get to actually see Gogeta happen. You get to see them actually do the fusion dance to become Gogeta, which we haven't actually seen in Xenoverse. We haven't seen any actual fusion dance. Every time that there's actually supposed to be a fusion dance, anytime in the entirety of the game, they actually just fly away and then they come back as the fusion character like Vegeta or anything along those lines, or Gotenks. So, you know, I think that this is better. I like the cutscenes in this. There's more cutscenes. It feels a little bit more genuine as a story DLC. So I think that this is a lot better than the first one. And yeah, that's just pretty much what I gotta say about the story mode. The story mode itself felt a little bit longer. I finished in 25 minutes, but for the other one, I finished in 20 minutes. Although this was a much more enjoyable experience. It may not have been a long one, but for me, this was a much more enjoyable experience than the first DLC pack, which a lot of people actually thought to be really awful, and it gave everybody a bad taste in their mouth for the DLC. So hopefully, this is somewhat more along the lines of what the third DLC pack will be like as well. That we'll be getting more new characters and not the same boring stuff with barely any cutscenes and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this DLC pack review. I know that Pan GT is actually a character, and it's funny because they call it Pan GT when just Pan, really Pan GT, I guess, because, you know, she was in the end of Z. But I didn't get to get her as a master. I can't find her anywhere in Toki Toki. I don't even know if you have to be level 80 or anything like that, but I don't know, it doesn't matter to me. I'm level 80 anyway on PC. But yes, I don't know where she is. I couldn't find her in Toki Toki, so I can't really talk about any of her moves, all that stuff, but I've already played as her technically since she was in the first DLC pack. So, you know, she is like fine, her moves are good, but you know, we also got to have all these costumes, which all the costumes look nice. I think you've already all seen them. It's the Gogeta one, the Pan one, and the one from Super 17. And then there's a whole bunch of new Z Souls. There's Ice Shenrons, Nuova Shenrons, Pans, two of Pans actually, because she, you know, masters. Since you actually have masters, they have two Z Souls. And then we have Mira's soul, and then Towa's soul. And yeah, so that's pretty much it for this video, guys. In all, I thought that this pack was pretty enjoyable, much more enjoyable than the first one. So if you're going to be getting this, I don't know when PlayStation's getting this, because I know that the NamcoBandai EU Twitter said that it's getting it tomorrow, aka on the 15th of April, instead of today, which is the 14th of April. Everywhere else besides PlayStation should be having it now. I played it on PC, and it should be on Xbox One because a subscriber of mine actually sent me a screenshot last night of him playing on Xbox One. So I think that everybody is fine besides PlayStation for right now. They'll probably be getting it tomorrow, so you know, that's no real issue for me at least, but you know, I know a lot of people are feeling very strongly about this. But yes, that is it for the review of this DLC pack. And all, I think that honestly, I don't know about it being worth $10, because, you know, it is still a very lackluster somewhat of a DLC pack. You know, the content here is not all that much. I mean, you do get 4 new characters, which is a lot better than the last one. But honestly, since this is a second part, I think that it's much better just buy the season pass, because then you get to have this, the first DLC pack, which is technically the first part to this. So, I mean, like, really, I would get that as well, and then you get the Fukkatsu No F DLC pack that comes out whenever they release that. So, you know, it's somewhat of a good deal, because instead of spending 30, you'd be spending 25, but, you know, I don't know. It depends on what you think about the first DLC pack compared to the second one, as well as what you think is going to be happening with the Fukkatsu No F one. But yes, that is it for this video, guys. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like down below as well. Subscribe if you are new and love Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball Z, anything content. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys later with more Dragon Ball Z content. Yep, that's it for me. Peace out.